Good morning and welcome back to WMHS News. I'm Hayden.
And I'm Caroline. Hey Hayden, it's been pretty rainy the past week.
Yeah, I really hope the weather starts to clear up a bit, but now it's time for WMHS News. The McLean Equity team is looking for a student to design the new hashtag Equity logo. They plan on using the logo to make their commitment to equity at McLean more visible. It will be used on t-shirts, social media, and more. The logo must be vector-based and saved as a PDF, JPEG, PNG, or EPS. You will need to submit a full-color version, a version with at most 3 colors, and one that is black and white. Email your submissions to Ms. Braxton and Ms. Otal, or reach out to them if you need more information.
Starting next week, FCPS will offer 4 days of in-person instructions to students whose families identified a preference for in-person instruction in the fall and are already attending 2 days in person. Reach out to your counselors if you're interested in returning to school for 4 days a week. Now to Supaxay with this week's sports.
Hi McLean, it's Supaxay with this week's sports. In McLean school sports, per FCPS guidelines, athletes will not be required to wear face masks during competition and while they are physically active. Students will be required to wear face masks at all other times, however. Spring sports started on Monday the 12th with tryouts starting. Tryout times are posted at www.mcleanactivities.org and please contact the head coach directly with any questions. This week, not much has happened, but regional cross country will be at Burke Lake tomorrow on Thursday, but other than that, there's just spring sports tryouts. Also, last Sunday, our McLean ice hockey team gave up a 3-2 lead to Madison, but ended up tying it in the last minute. In the world of pro sports, our Washington Capitals absolutely dominated the Bruins the other night, winning 8-1 with 15 Caps players collecting points in the W. Superstar goalie Marc-Andre Fleury tied legend Belfort in the all-time wins list on Sunday, and as the trade deadline came about, multiple trades occurred, including Maple Leafs acquiring Nick Foligno from the Blue Jackets and the Bruins acquiring Taylor Hall from the Sabres. And that's all I have for your sports. Now back to your anchors.
Thanks, Supaxay. After a successful feminine hygiene product drive, McLean's GLC is excited to announce their next event. Here's a few of the members with a message you don't want to miss.
On April 26th at 6 p.m., the Girls Leadership Committee will be hosting Ladies Log In and Learn, our annual networking and panel event.
Here you will hear from women from a variety of careers and learn about their experiences in the workplace.
The event will be a moderated virtual panel with 5 women in a range of professions from art to medicine, followed by a Q&A.
RSVP through the link in our Instagram bio at McLeanGLC in order to receive the BBCU link for the event. Mark your calendars for April 26th and make sure to tell your friends to come.
That sounds like a great event. Now to Kush with the world news.
Hey McLean, it's Kush with the world news for the week. First off, the rabbit that holds the Guinness World Record for being the longest rabbit in the world was mysteriously stolen. As for the reward for returning this rabbit, the owner is offering a $1,375 reward for your heroics. Next, a Hasbro's new $700 Optimus Prime toy containing over 5,000 components has finally been able to achieve what most thought was impossible by transforming all on its own into its car form. By the way, who's spending $700 on an Optimus Prime statue? And lastly, for the final piece of news, the FDA, after being heavily pressured by Congress, is now pursuing a plan to address the high levels of heavy metals, such as arsenic and lead, that are found in baby food. So yeah, we were all eating metal as children. That's not scary at all! Anyway, that's all for your world news. Now back to your anchors.
Thanks, Kush. McLean's journalism programs received several honors at the National High School Journalism Convention last weekend. In the Best of Show competition, McLean's literary magazine, The Tartan, earned 3rd place. Our news magazine, The Highlander, earned 5th place, and our very own WMHS news show earned 9th place. Way to go, McLean Media fam.
We rock! The Student Art Project just debuted a facility and staff digital art show where students can see the incredible work done by McLean teachers and staff artists. Check out this video to learn more about how they've been creating the virtual art shows this year.
The National Art Honor Society at McLean has been holding a virtual art show every month since November. I spoke with Eliana Durkee, the student art project manager, to learn more about the show.
So the art gallery first came about my sophomore year, which was 2018. A senior named Nadia Stair started it out, and she wanted the art gallery to be in the physical gallery at the high school, and she just wanted all the National Art Honor Society students to submit to it. Me and my assistant manager, Riley Harris, decided to transfer it to a virtual gallery, which is what you guys have seen this year.
At the beginning of every month, students are given 2 weeks to submit their artwork to the show.
So there's various components to it, and there's really, it's like 100% student run. Students sort of take on these various roles and contribute towards putting together the final product.
It was important that the virtual art gallery did encounter any issues that could make it difficult for students to explore it, so the Honor Society spent the summer making sure that everything worked.
Around, like the July-August time period, myself and a few other of the members started working on artsteps.com, which is what we use for the virtual reality gallery. There were some hiccups originally, just like figuring out the technology and making sure that people knew they could submit, because it's just harder to communicate things over the virtual setup. But our first show got about 40 submissions, which is what we would get in a normal year, so I think it went pretty well.
The gallery's success can be attributed to how well it has been transferred to the online format. This has also shown to improve the gallery in some ways.
We've had, such positive feedback from students and staff. I hear teachers are sending me emails saying, it's so great to see students that they might have in their class that they didn't know did art. Other schools like Lake Braddock, they contacted me to find out, how we're doing this, and maybe, they're thinking of doing something similar based on our model. So it really has received a lot of positive feedback.
So the rest of this school year, they will be virtual reality galleries. We'll continue to release those as we have been. And then for the 2021-2022 school year, when we pass off the reins of management, they will start going back to the in-person gallery shows that we had in years past.
For WMHS News, this is Hyungjin Son.
It's so cool to see teachers' art in their latest show. Now let's go back to Jack with the weather.
Good morning. This is Jack Dennis with the weather. Today, Wednesday, April 14th, will be partly cloudy with a chance of rain. The high will be in the mid-60s. Thursday will be slightly cooler. The highs only in the upper 50s, still with a chance of rain. Friday looks cloudy with a high of 61. However, this weekend should be warmer, but clouds sticking around through Saturday. Sunday looks nice with a high of 66. Early next week, rain chances linger along with clouds. Highs are forecast for the upper 60s. Now back to your anchors.
Thanks, Jack. If you'd like to submit an announcement, use the form in the description of this video. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow our Instagram for McLean updates and fun activities. Have a great week, McLean.
Have a great week, McLean.